Oh, seriously? Again? Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Kerbal Outer Planets mod career mode. Today we're going to work on getting to the MUN, so let's get started. Alright, we gotta figure out which of these are the best options. We're definitely going to need the better engines, the larger fuel tanks to suit those engines. Apparently we can do one of these. Might as well unlock everything from that tier. I mean, we could do this. Yeah, we could go ahead and do that before we go to the MUN. Now what we can do is that. Bruh, we can unlock all these. That'll give us the science lab. Probably gonna want some of the better solar panels. Let's go ahead and take some of these. Unlock the seismic accelerator. The separatrons are actually gonna be useful. Don't keep having boosters collide into each other. Alright, so now we gotta go to the MUN. I think we're gonna have to do some other missions to get more funds first before we can even think about going to the MUN. We gotta rescue this guy from Minmus. Cause see, we can make this a lot cheaper if we take all this unnecessary stuff out. Now we can go and rescue that guy. Alright, now we just gotta circularize this. Do a Homan transfer over here. So this is the guy that we're trying to rescue right here. It's a pretty low orbit. Considering that the mountains of Minmus stick out a lot, Ferric Kerman awaits his rescue. Alright, that should be good enough. Okay, now we should be able to switch over and have the guy come out. Oh cool, this guy's a scientist. Gosh dang it, I hate when the camera switches like that. Nice. Alright, now what we can do is we can have this dude come out and go ahead and get that surface sample for us. There we go. Now we can finally do that. Now we gotta catch back up to it. This is getting low on EVA propellant. We're gonna go ahead and switch the other ship and use that to get over to us. Match velocities. Yo, where's the ship at? Oh, psh. Yeah, there we go. Now we got that surface sample. We honestly have so much Delta V left on this thing. We could low-key go to a bunch of biomes and whatnot, and then just take surface samples. So we could do the same thing we did with the initial missions where we just biome hop everywhere. Yeah, it's just chilling on that engine right there. I don't even have to get on the ground to take the surface sample, which is fine. The difference between surface flying and orbiting around Minmus isn't that much though, considering the orbital velocity is about only 160. Ah, there we go. We hit the poles now. Now we're gonna land and then go home. So now we can get the F out of here. Let's go ahead and circularize this orbit. Now we're gonna leave the sphere of influence of Minmus. There's the Minmus. Somewhere is the Earth, the Kerbal. Now we're just gonna eject the stage. Now we can get a surface sample of wherever we land. Just looks like it might be in the highlands. Go ahead and plant the flag. Alright, just take a surface sample there. So now we have 653 science, which is great. And we have plenty of funds to go to the moon, which is even better. See if there's any of these that we should unlock. Well, this will enable us to do stations. Docking ports are kind of a must-have. Let's go ahead and get the nuclear engine. I think we're just going to go to the MUN and then call it an episode. I know I wanted to go to the Duna, but I guess career mode kind of holds you back a little bit. Because you gotta do all the contract things and you have to worry about funds and stuff. The MUN one. 3-man capsule. I usually just put 3 of those on like that. I remember when this thing used to have 1 nozzle. Apparently they added 2. We're gonna want to put the lander in. So we should be able to put our little cargo bay things in there. Make sure the landing gear goes low enough. Go ahead and slap one of these mofos on there. Okay, see this? They gotta make it so you can't grab that when it's closed. We're gonna want to put a bunch of struts down there, cause otherwise this thing's probably just gonna fall apart. Whoa, that's a $38,000 tag right there. These things are getting expensive, bro. I guess we'll have to do this one. At least the advance will give us enough funds to unlock those engines. Let's go ahead and do an asparagus stage type of thing. We now finally have these. Shoot, the thing is too expensive. Man, that's $106,000. We have a spending problem. Okay, so we're short about $30,000. Now how are we supposed to do that? Well, what we could do is we could fly these people by their destination. Alright, so I decided to get another mod, which is called Stage Recovery. Now, it should help with our funds issue, so it'll recover jettisoned stages if you add parachutes to them. We gotta take the tourists. One wants to do a flyby at Minmus, and the other wants to do a flyby at the MUN. We gotta do this before we can land on the MUN, because we don't have enough funds. Just get a small rocket that can get over there, you know? This stage recovery tool right here will tell me the % chance that it can be recovered with these many parachutes. So we want to be able to get it to 100, which means it has to be under 6 meters per second. If I had another set of these, so hopefully it'll recover that stage, which is worth $20,000. So you just set stages. That real plume mod makes the plume from this engine look really cool. Alright, first destination is the MUN. Nice free return trajectory. Alright, that's wonderful. Now we gotta figure out how to get a Minmus. Honestly, again, this rocket has a bunch of Delta V left over, so what we could do is we could just do the plant flag thing. Because we're supposed to plant flag on Minmus. And then we'll get more cash for that too. So what we gotta do now is EVA Jeb out so we can plant a flag like that one contract wants us to, and we might as well land in the flats since it's the one place we didn't get a surface sample from. Honestly, with how much Delta V we have, it would just be easier to land the entire ship. Alright. And then we got a GTFO. And of course the moon gets in the way of our thing. Yeah, that'll do. Use hyperwarp, bro. Now we can return these people home safely. That was probably the fastest re-entry speed we've ever hit, because I don't think we ever broke 3,000. We might actually go around for another. Alright, we made it. Now that we have all the funds we need for this, oh shoot, we got another problem. Ah, Jesus Christ. We're gonna have to upgrade the launch pad, I think. Shoot, we can't upgrade that, because it's just way too much. We're off by 40 tons, that's a lot. If we can find a way to cut out those extra 40 tons or whatever, can we make it to the MUN and back with that much Delta V? Because that's not including the amount that we have in the lander. I think that might actually be enough. Might as well try it. Oh, is it actually doing that terrain glitch again? Really? Oh, and why are all the things deployed? I think I have to restart the game. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Hopefully without the stupid lag and shit. You just set stages. Alright, now we can go ahead and circularize this. Alright, now we head out to the MUN. We're gonna have to switch stages in between. Alright, we are docked. Now we can go ahead and extend those. Alright, that's a good periaps. Alright, now we're ready to move over to the lander and get ready to land. Let's go ahead and extend all these. Let's go ahead and land in maybe one of those craters right there. Oh, you know what? I like to land in the not craters. Alright, we did it. We landed on the MUN. Yeet! Take that surface sample, take that EVA report. Now we gotta go get our goodies set up. No, I've never used these before, but so I guess you get to see my first time using these. Alright then, well I guess I need to figure out how to use these. Okay, well apparently I think I did this wrong because I'm not able to get enough power to the experiments. I think part of it was because I was supposed to use an engineer to set up the solar panels, but we didn't bring an engineer. Also, I might be missing a part or something. I'm not sure. So I guess we'll just have to abandon the idea of using those on the moon right now, but we can use them later, like on Duna, or if we go back to the moon, pack it up and go home. We can leave all this here. It's not that big of a deal. Jettison those. Well, okay. There we go. I should probably install the docking port alignment indicator. Now we can head home. We gotta do this so we can take the data with them. Now it's time to get back home. Again, the freaking time warp always getting excited. So we have 84 days until the next Duna window, so we're gonna have to do that in the next episode. Go ahead and put 10 times warp on. Or 20. Or let's not do 20 times warp because it's glitchy. Well, we get to do it again because we got a little happy with the physics warp. I mean, there's probably a reason why they always warn you about to be careful with the physics warp. Oh, seriously? Again? Okay, don't use 10 times physics warp when the chutes are open. Pro tip. See, I thought it was the 20 times that was getting it, which is why I did it again, but apparently it was the 10. Okay, this time we won't make that mistake. It's just so slow. Though of course it's longer when you have to go back because you So we got 300 signs from this mission, giving us a grand total of 442 and 816,000 funds. That's great. And a reputation boost. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I know I mentioned something about maybe going to Duna this episode, but I think that was too much of an anticipation. We did a bunch of biome hops at Minmus, and we got to land on the MUN once, all after doing a bunch of tedious contract things in order to get the adequate funds in order to do that. And that's kind of how career mode works. That's probably how a lot of these episodes are going to work. I think next episode for sure we're gonna at least do a flyby of Duna, most likely in orbit. A landing maybe, but I'm not sure about that yet. Also definitely gonna do a space station around Kerbin, so then we can set up a science lab on one of those. So that'll help us out a lot. Until then, thanks for watching Kerbal Craft. See you later.